I think that more and more the first touch point with the brand and the connection with the brand starts online.
And it starts with other consumers.
And it starts with other consumers.
Yeah,
and
right.
so who's the trusted person in this shopping experience? Is it the store, brand, the associate in the store, or is it the community of people that I know personally and trust when I'm interacting
and
for
so
a shopping
I think
experience?
What a brand is starting to transform as well. So now it's the accumulation of many consumers' experiences with the company versus a projection of what that company wants consumers to think.
I have this thing where I always say that your brand is what you were when, when you left me on hold for 20 minutes, when you didn't deliver the product, when I was standing in line. So those collective experiences are really manifest what your brand actually represents to the consumer.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
John, how do you monitor that? How do you monitor that ... so that you know your perception and what the Best Buy brand is?
Yeah, through a number of ways. We're attempting to build a scalable listening architecture, if I can use that term. And so today we're listening in our call centers, and we actually try to have a listening plan. So how do we listen? So how do we actually listen as officers of the company and associates of the company and really have a listening plan? How much time do I spend listening to what I hear in the call center? How much time do I spend looking at ratings and reviews of what consumers are saying about the product or the brand experience? What's going on in the forums and social community spaces? And your worst experience in terms of feedback from a customer is your best opportunity to improve your brand and the relevance of your brand. So we're listening across a number of vehicles, trying to figure out what is it that the customer is saying and what could we do better in terms of serving their unmet needs.
Do you look at that at the exec team level on a regular basis and monitor progress and drilling into those?
Sure. There are weekly reports that come out, how diligent we are in terms of going through that information in detail, and then do we have all of the right processes to actually take action against those insights on a quick basis. I think we do okay at it, but there's certainly room for improvement.
Have you defined metrics at this point that you're really looking for when you talk about listening?
Yeah. Well, some of the the key metrics that we look at here is the CSI scores, and so online, for example, we look at it both from a POS standpoint and from a fulfillment standpoint, because we know that both experiences are really important to the consumer. But we have some very specific targeted things that we're trying to get at in terms of how do we serve consumers, because from our standpoint, consumers are only using about 20% of the technology that they buy from us. So we see that as an opportunity to differentiate our brand and a way to serve customers where others can't participate that way. So we try and really listen for those kind of experiences where the consumer is not getting the most out of the technology in their life, and how do we change both the intuitive merchandising layout in the store, the intuitive merchandising layout on the website, and how do we connect things that are going to be helpful for getting answers to things that the consumer might be struggling with.
So post-transaction, how does Best Buy engage? Sort of what you're...
Well, certainly post-transaction, because not everyone is going to see the solution when it's right there in front of them. And so what you have to do is you have to understand that if a consumer is not really trying to buy a digital camera, that's not what they're doing. What they're trying to do is capture and share and save memories with family and loved ones around the world. So if that's what they're trying to do, and they just walked out the door with a digital camera, we feel we have like an affirmative obligation to come back at them and to help them get the most out of that technology through post-customer engagement activities, whether it be email or some other vehicle.